some counters to the double underhooks, okay? So basic clinch fighting that could be applied for mixed martial arts competition, okay? So first off, in this double underhooks position, I take notice as to where there's space, okay? And this is just one of many options from here, but Linus's head is positioned to my left, and so there's going to be more space on my right-hand side than on my left side. So with my right hand, I'm going to go ahead and slip my forearm inside the crook of his neck, okay? Then from here, I'm going to reinforce with my left hand, okay? I'm basically making a frame, and I'm creating space, okay? Now, I'm going to take advantage of this space and slip my elbow inside. I'm careful not to slip my hand inside because, you know, that can get stuck pretty easily, okay? So I always create the frame, elbow inside first, and then I'm able to pummel the rest of the arm through. And then my goal here is to get this wrestler-style underhook where I'm controlling the shoulder and my elbow is pointed directly towards the wall, okay? Then from here, I'm grabbing his bicep and pushing it down. And notice that I'm not controlling his bicep with the thumb on the opposite side. I'm just cupping here. My head goes into the pocket, and I move kind of to a safe stance, okay, directly onto the side, okay? Now, one of the things that might happen at any point in time is Linus might try to headlock me, okay? Pulling, you know, trying to snap my head down. And he's able to gain that position if he's able to break my posture. So the more I feel Linus tug on my head, the stronger I drive forward with my hips and the more I posture, okay? And so that counters the person pretty easily, okay, regardless of, you know, how strong they are. Now, as soon as I can, if his arm goes kind of straight, right now it's kind of crooked, so it makes sense for me to maintain this position. But if his arm starts to go straight like he starts to punch, I can slide down the length of it, and then I'm going to use my thumb on the opposite side and control this wrist. My head still stays in the pocket because that's taking away space. And then from here, I'm just kind of holding him here for a moment. I'll actually use his body to help control this limb. And as soon as he opens up to try to punch, okay, or tries to strip the grip, that creates space for me to come in with a curved knee. At which point, as soon as he gets kneed, he's going to want to protect that area, okay? That's when I'm going to remove this wrestler-style underhook and slip right into the forearm, okay? So 2 hands on the forearm, and again, pulling this in tight to the side of his body. Now my left hand will go to his neck. I have this cane grip, and then from here, I can go ahead, I can, you know, knee the head, I can knee the body, you know, I can snap elbow, okay, all that stuff. So there's a lot of different options here. Okay, now, from here, let's say that Linus starts to kind of get his hips and maybe even his leg in front of me, then I'm going to slip free and move to his back. Notice that I'm not controlling around his waist. I kind of am, but I'm mostly controlling the forearm and pulling that in tight to my body. My head doesn't stay centered because he can be snapping that head back, you know, and I don't want to be close to this elbow. So I'm going to move to the other side. I'm not completely on the side because he can still reach me a little bit with his fist. So I hide behind the shoulder blade, okay? Now, from here, I have a few different striking options. I'm going to go ahead and foot stomp, okay? And to train this, I'm just stomping to the side of my partner's foot, and I'm kind of flexing out with the heel. Boom, right on the instep, okay? Another thing that I can do is I can actually shin kick, okay, with the other side. I can also knee to his hamstring, okay? I can do an oblique kick to the back of his knee, okay? And then as soon as I feel his elbow kind of open up here a little bit, I'm going to take my hand out. Especially with that MMA glove, I'll probably need him to kind of create the opportunity first, and then I'm going to come back around, okay? Now, this is just going to allow me to still maintain control, and then it's going to also add one different striking option. So now I can kind of mix everything up, foot stomps, okay? If I have a boot on in the street, I can kind of scrape the back of his shin. I can knee that hamstring, I can let loose, punch a few times, go back to this control, foot stomp, knee, okay? If his head starts coming close enough, you know, I'll knee up to the face, foot stomp, sorry, and then, you know, all that stuff so I can let go. But I always come back to this position because I don't want to lose it. Another thing that's really important is not to create space. My body, my head are always tight to him at all times, okay? Now, it's not impossible for Linus to get out of here, but it's definitely going to be a little bit difficult, okay? And that's it.